On Friday afternoon, police rushed to Chris Brown's home in Tarzana, Los Angeles, after a woman called 911 and said someone had just fired at her vehicle right outside his property. Officers arrived within minutes. They found the suspect still on the scene. They arrested him on the spot. He's now sitting in jail on $50,000 bail. The entire internet panicked. Fans flooded social media thinking Breezy had been targeted. And then Chris Brown went on his Instagram story and said something nobody expected. He said it didn't happen. He said he was inside his house the entire time and didn't hear anything. So now we've got a police report, an arrest, a suspect in custody, and the person who lives at the address saying none of it went down. This story is wild from every angle. Here's what the police say happened. On Friday, May 1st, around 4 p.m., Lapt received a 911 call from a woman near Chris Brown's Tarzana address on Citrus Ridge Drive. She told dispatchers that a man had fired at her vehicle. She described the suspect as a 35-year-old male. TMZ obtained the dispatch audio. Officers can be heard being sent to Brown's address with a description of what the suspect was wearing. When police arrived, they spoke to both parties. The man told officers that the woman had come to the area to meet someone and then refused to leave. He said an argument broke out. He claimed the woman drove her car over his foot, and that's when he allegedly pulled out a weapon and fired at her vehicle. Now here's the key detail that changes the entire tone of this story. Lapt confirmed the weapon was not a traditional firearm. It was a CO2-style handgun, essentially a beep-type device that fires plastic projectiles. Ketla described it as a BB device in their reporting. ABC7 described it as a CO2-style handgun. No one was injured. No one was taken to the hospital. The suspect was identified as 35-year-old Markeith Kunjus. Jail records show he was booked on a charge of assault with a deadly weapon that is not a firearm, along with a vandalism charge for the damage to the vehicle. His bail was set at $50,000. At this time, investigators say they do not know whether Chris Brown was home during the incident or whether either party involved had any direct connection to him. NBC Los Angeles reported that Kunjus may have been a security guard working near the property, which would explain his presence on the street but raises questions about why a guard would be carrying a CO2 weapon and firing it at a visitor's car. Then came Chris Brown's response. On Saturday, he posted an Instagram story addressing the situation. He said, in part, that he was unaware of any incident at his home, that he had been inside the entire time, and that he did not hear anything. He seemed genuinely confused by the headlines. His tone wasn't defensive, it was dismissive, like he was finding out about it from the internet the same way everyone else was. And that's where the conversation splits. On one side, you've got a police report, dispatch audio, an arrest, and a suspect in custody. On the other side, you've got the homeowner saying nothing happened. Both can technically be true. If the incident occurred on the street outside the property and Chris was deep inside a large home, it's possible he genuinely didn't hear a CO2 weapon being discharged. Tarzana homes in that area are gated, set back from the road, and heavily insulated. But it's still bizarre. Police responded to his address. His name is on every headline, and he's saying he doesn't know what anyone's talking about. Fans are torn. One person wrote, "Every time he's about to drop an album or go on tour, something happens. This man has been good for years. Leave him alone." Another said, "My heart dropped, as long as my man is okay." Someone else commented, "Protect him and Usher at all costs. We have places to attend this summer." And this is the part that matters to his audience. Chris Brown has a new album on the way and a major tour planned. Any headline with the words Chris Brown and fired and arrest in the same sentence can do real damage, even when he had nothing to do with it. This also comes just weeks after a similar incident at Rihanna's Beverly Glen mansion, where her home was reportedly struck by gunfire while she was inside. A woman was arrested in that case. Two of the biggest names in R&B history, both dealing with incidents at their homes within a month of each other. That's not a coincidence people are going to ignore. Chris Brown says nothing happened. The police say something did. Somebody's wrong. And until more details come out, the internet is going to keep arguing about it. Subscribe. I'll have the update as soon as it drops.